nobody and even my random Q killer teammate calls me Flog, and in this video, I am here to share with you the secrets of 2v8 Killer. Now, many of you, as I'm sure, have been playing 2v8, probably duo queuing in Killer and Survivor, because you can do that now. It's pretty great. But you've probably been experiencing that the 2v8 game mode in general is pretty wildly Survivor-sided, to put it nicely. However, there is a single strategy that changes 2v8 entirely. Obviously, it's not the only strategy to get you wins. If you're just cracked at chase, or really good at spreading macro pressure, or you've got a crazy teammate who knows when to assist you or when to leave you do your own thing, you guys can still waffle stomp the entire lobby. But generally speaking, it's not always like that, especially if you're not in comms with your killer teammate, you're queuing up by yourself, or if you are in comms and your teammate is an idiot. Doing really, really well and wiping 8 people out of a lobby is not always a short thing. However, this strategy makes it unbelievably easier. Now, obviously, it still requires a little bit of teamwork, but essentially, the entire strategy is you do your job and your teammate does their job. And if everybody does their job, it's nice and simple. Your job is to do half the work, their job is to do the other half of the work. And if you use this strategy and do it correctly and do it well, teams will just melt in your hand like ice cream without a cone. Now, I've done a lot of yapping, and probably a lot of you have already guessed what the linchpin to this strategy is. Of course, it's Legion. If you've played 2v8 up to this point, you've probably run against a Legion. Now, whether or not you have had a good game against that Legion is entirely up to the Legion, and that is insane, given that they are the only killer in the entire 2v8 roster where that is the case for. Your ability to do well in chase is basically irrelevant against Legion, who knows what they're doing and knows how to do their job, because they're not going to chase you. Your job, if you're playing Legion, is to injure survivors. The only time you should be chasing is if your power is on cooldown, or actually, no, that's it, if your power is on cooldown. And as soon as your power is not on cooldown, you should pop your power and start Frenzy all over again. You should basically only be getting downs out of your Frenzy hits, or if a survivor literally comes up to you and just lays down on the ground. What this does is it cuts the workload for the other killer in half. They now don't have to do 2 health states. And even if they're not good at chase, getting the first hit is usually pretty easy, because a lot of survivors use their first health state to get to a safer place to loot. But if you completely take that away, they either spend the whole game mending and healing, or they just die. And either way is a lose-lose situation for them. Now, I will point out before I get us into the games that it is essential, if you're playing Legion, to be running the Fearmonger class. The 5% haste you get while not being chased is actually really helpful if you have to cross large distances in between your frenzy hits. But more importantly, every time you injure a survivor, if you're more than 16 meters away from your teammate, they get 10% haste for 10 seconds every 30 seconds. What this essentially means, you can give your teammate 10% haste on cooldown. Every 30 seconds, they get 10% haste. And if they're running the Enforcer class, they're also going to have 3% haste whenever they're chasing anybody, because everybody's going to be injured the entire game. Legion fundamentally breaks 2v8 at its core. And if you're really serious about getting wins in 2v8, play Legion. I will point out there is one counter to this playstyle. It requires 4 survivors to be running the medic class, which right now is currently the least picked class. At least in my games. I very rarely see medic, let alone 4 medics in one game. 4 medics on a team can absolutely counter Legion's power. Resets are practically instantaneous. You also have to be mindful of escapist, because if you lunge while you're in frenzy, survivor can pop a sprint burst and you will whiff. So just be mindful of those 2 things. Otherwise, the whole point is to do your job. Very simple. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Suffocation Pit, pretty good map, I think. There's our random Nemi teammate. Hopefully, he understands his job as I understand mine. Here we go. My job is just injure. Oh, I am actually nowhere near that pallet. Okay. My job is to injure. I'm not chasing. The only time I'm chasing is when my frenzy's on cooldown, or basically to find somebody. And that's pretty much it. There's the sprint burst, but she does not make it around again. Yep, I'm just keeping him injured. If I get downs to frenzy, I will I'll pick. But otherwise, the goal is to injure. Throw the pallet, Bill. There we go. Bunch of injuries on the board. And I'll take this one as well, I guess, if you're going to be that close. That's the only time I'm picking or chasing. And by the time I get this hook, my frenzy's off cooldown. We'll go ahead and send them both. 4 injuries, only 1 healthy person right now. And we're about to have 4 on hook. They've popped 1 gen because I'm doing my job. That's simple. Oh, see Scratchy's over here. Just saw the blast mine. Gonna go for this window. Tag Ada. Get Kate here. Re-injure. We get Yui. Probably shouldn't go over here, but again, I'm just injury. I got her there, I think. I'm on cooldown. So I'll chase here, but as soon as I'm off cooldown, I'm gonna get right back to injuring. Oh no. Yep, I figured she'd go for the window here. There we go, there's a hit there. Oh, bunch of people over here. Grab this guy. Get Ada. Get Bill. We want to zone him away from the pallet. Oh, I think that's everybody. But I get the down on Kate. We'll go ahead and send her. Get some kicks while I'm on cooldown. They are spending a lot of time resetting. And I think that resets are over here. Yep, there they are. Grab Kate. Excuse me, Nemesis. I need to do my job. Alrighty. Bunch more injuries coming up. And there we go. Put it down on her. They spent all that time healing, and they get to do it again. It's been a while since I've been able to find anybody. I think there's somebody's shack. The only person injured here is Mia. And we're playing comp. Alright, we got our first kill there. Start chaining here. We might make this one here. Do we make it this far? We do not. It's okay. Kick this. Get it down on Ada. 1 dead, 2 in cage, 3 in cages. Yep, I see Scratchies. All right, we get both of those. I'll take this one, and then I'll go back for Yui. Or go back for Ada, rather. Now we've only got a handful of people left. Oh, we know where someone is. He found the other two. There's Michaela. Down there, send her off. Hatch will start to spawn, but I really don't care about killing everybody. I did see Legacy Nia here. She found Hatch. She thinks she did something special. She did not. Nemesis gets the last one for 7K. I mean, that's what it is. I don't think Nemesis even hit tier 3, but he didn't have to deal any, like, he didn't have to deal any damage. Everybody was injured the whole game. It's really that simple. Just do your job. All right, we got our Trapper teammate here. Trapper may be a good indication for this because of how slow he plays. All right, looks like we can start getting our first injuries. Oh, get this guy again. Trapper's over here. Got a bunch of injuries on the board to start. And a hook. Not off to a bad start. Injury there. She's gonna run through. Alrighty. This is a really, really strong setup. What are you doing, bro? Like... There we go. Injury. We're here. Injury. Injury. Sprint burst. Injury. You gotta be careful with that sprint burst because they will outpace your lunge. Injury. Down. And that's it. That's my job. Injure until I get it down or kick stuff. Kick this. I'll kick this. Injury. Sprint burst. Injury. Injury. And there's a down. There we go. Oh, I got a bunch of people over here. Oh, another trap. Another injury. Here's the reset. Sprint burst on Ada. Don't care. Another reset. And another down. All I can do is my own job. I just worry about myself. Let Trapper do his thing. Go. Straight over here for the reset. Oh, I should have lunged. I wasn't paying attention. We can get it. The only time I should chase when I'm on cooldown. It looks like I won a mind game there, so we'll take it. We got a first kill, 5 gens. This might be the second, actually. Oh, we did get some revealed on Ada. Hello, Ada. She sprint bursts into nothing. Oh, what the fuck was that? What the fuck just happened? I just lose my frenzy because of that. What was that? Oh, yeah! Yeah! Well done. Somebody over here. Oh, I tried to lunge. There we go. And that. And I got her, but I was on cooldown, so I don't mind chasing on cooldown. There was a lot of progress on this side of the map, and they should be hooks over here. So there we are. Called it. Oh, I went the wrong way and I got stuck. Still get this though. Oh my goodness, the whole W tech. Holy shit. That was a good split. A little sprint burst Ada. She just held W there. That's insane. It's so funny. That has not worked out for her a single time, and she keeps doing it. Can I cut him off? No. I don't think so. That's all you, buddy. Oh, okay, he wants me to get it. Okay. Alrighty, and then there were 2. It's that easy. Just do your job. That's the whole thing. They're both death hook. Yeah, I don't really care about getting all 8, but there it is. Yeah, it's that simple, man. I like 2v8 for killer is basically impossible unless you're playing Legion. And even if you are playing Legion, if the Legion's not doing their job, it doesn't work. There's a sprint burst. Just requires a little bit of patience. You know what? I'm gonna stay on this one. Yeah, she got out. But I don't think this one's getting out. Zone her this way. She doesn't want to be zoned. She wants to die. That's fine. I mean, do your job. Moral of the story. Do your job. Oh my. Yes, sir. Max BP. I mean, yeah, do your job. That's all I gotta say. Do your job. You want to win your killer games easily in 2v8, I guess. Play Legion, but you have to do your job. Mother's Dwelling. I don't like the sound of Wesker's tentacles right there. That was gross. I don't know if this game will even make it into the video. I don't know how much I'll be able to edit down the other games, because there's basically something going on at every single moment. But I do feel like I may not have explained super well how important the Fearmonger class is for Legion here. There we go. A lot of injuries off to a start. I didn't injure everybody, but I don't think you can anymore. I think the hits are 6, so. But Wesker's doing really well. I think he already has a down and 2 infections. Let's see if I can't get a tag here. Thank you. Oh, it was like, Ada disappeared. Meow. Adorable sprint burst. Get a tag on Ada. There you go, Wesky. All you, buddy. I'll keep him injured. That is my job. I do my job, you do yours. This will be easy. No, why would you do that, Wesker? There we go. Ooh, a lot of people over here. Hello, Laura. I was trying to fatigue while falling there, but no such luck. I think they're resetting over this way. Wesker loves leaving slugs. I don't know why. I think it's going to cost us. I'll take this. I did that because this gen was really close, and there was a cage here. All right, the ball is rolling. I think the reset's going to be over this way. A lot of healthy survivors. They've wasted so much time. Yep, look at that. We're still healing. Spent so much time healing. Sprint burst. Wait for it to end. Oh, barely. He sprint bursted perfectly. Now I just get Norman Reedus for free. All right, everybody's injured again. I'll take the hook here. Like I said, I'm not really interested in chase. That's not my job. Get the tag there. Go over here. Oh, I don't think I make this. I think that's way too far. Yeah. Okay, give my teammate some haste. Alrighty. Go for the interrupt here. There we go. That's not the best move for you, Toledo. Go ahead and get Sable here. Alright, we got one over here. It's probably worth it, right? There we go. You can't stun me out of power and then expect me to still be in power, Laura. Lot of people on Death Hook. Her being here is a good sign for me. Tells me that they're not really over here. Yep, a lot of regression. I'm gonna go back to this hook. Yep, here we are. I can make him mend again. Here's Laura. That's not a ramp, girl. I got power back. He gets Norman. I don't know why I keep calling him Norman. I've not seen the show, so I don't know what his name is. Daryl. It's Daryl. He's played by Norman Reedus, though, right? Like, I'm not an idiot. I mean, I'll accept if I am an idiot. And that's probably true. Thank you. It's not every Sable, but it's always a Sable. Thank you for renewing my frenzy timer there. Oh, auto aim moment. That's too bad. I don't think he makes it. He does. Wow. You know, Gabe, you're really fast. You're a very fast man. All Death Hook. If they unhook here, we'll have 3 Death Hook survivors left. Ash is going to be edge map. We already saw him edge map earlier, so he's definitely going to be hiding. And I'll reckon Sable is as well, because I'm pretty sure she's escapist. If he gets her, that's a mistake. Okay. The smart move would have been to notice that I was nearby and let me hit her with my frenzy so that I can find the others. That's all right. We're in a hatch game now. There's one. Ash found another. Edge map Ash. There we go. Oh, he's on her. Oh my god. Slams the shit out of her. What do you think, Wesker? There you go. Oh yes, get in there. Another max BP game. I mean, it's that simple, guys. It really is. You play Legion, you play Fearmonger, and you do your job. Okay? That's it. You don't chase. You're not interested in. The only down you should get is a frenzy down. The only time you chase is when your frenzy's in cooldown. if you're not in a good spot to chase and your frenzy's on cooldown, then kick shit. It's not that complicated. And you will win like every single game. It's so fucking stupid. Legion breaks this game. The 2v8 completely fucking falls apart when Legion is doing their job. You've probably played against it. Maybe not me, or maybe somebody else who's playing Legion doing their job. It's just, there's nothing to be done. You just lose, really. You just lose. But if there's a Legion in the game who's not doing their job and like gets 1 or 2 frenzy tags and then chases, it's fine. It's totally fine. So the fact that 2v8 being bearable or unbearable is entirely up to Legion is a fucking huge problem. But until somebody acknowledges the problem and does something about it, it's not gonna matter. I know we nerfed Legion by turning the frenzy down by 1 second and limiting the number of heartbeats they can see. But if you can read the heads up display and see that they're not in mending, you can still hit them and it will still work like normal. So not really a nerf. Yeah, Legion should not be in 2v8.
Prepare to become something better.